Hello, ma'am. I want to thank you for joining us today. I just have one question. Can you define what a woman is?
Warning. The views in this program are based on the opinions of hosts and guests. We are four friends who like to sit around and talk about a variety of topics. This show may be political in nature and may appear one-sided if no one of opposition joins in on the conversation. We try to find common ground on sometimes sensitive topics. So grab a beverage of your choice and let's have a conversation.
Why don't you go home and cry to your granny? Dolph, tie up the brat. Lisa, hold the book. Vincent, get the truck. And Keith, darn it, change your name, please. That's not scary, and I'm embarrassed to say it. Boris, try that. Keith, you know? Oh, watch out for Keith.
And Boris has transitioned into your work life too.
It has. It really has.
Can't believe that.
That's awesome.
How exciting is that?
That is awesome.
Happy
Well,
March 25th.
yes. Welcome to Coffee Table Chronicles.
Happy Friday.
Happy Friday. All the other shenanigans. And do you know what the definition of a woman is?
Pretty sure. Pretty sure I got that.
Wow, we got a bunch of people jump on right away tonight, huh?
Awesome.
Didn't waste any time.
I'm not even on yet.
That's freaking awesome. Look at that.
I was a little, trying to define things.
Hey, for those of you that are on that haven't joined us previously, please go follow us on Rumble. We really want to build up our Rumble account a little bit
Yes,
here
we do.
because we are getting closer and closer to getting kicked off of YouTube or Facebook. Whatever one
I
happened
am
first.
on Rumble right
Not
now.
us.
We have one Rumble.
I
That
can't.
is me.
You're going to have two here in a minute.
Oh, you're going to get on Rumble.
Just give me
Give her a second.
a minute.
She's got to compose herself.
I'm too busy defining what a woman is. I'm not a biologist. I have to look it up.
You Google that.
Too-
and we'll
too
get
soon?
started. Yeah, too soon. We don't have a ton of memes tonight, but we got some pretty good
Why is our
ones.
thing different?
What things? Because I changed it.
Okay.
It's
We
evolving.
change things all the time.
It's evolving
Yeah.
like we are.
Okay.
What episode do we get to? What is that? 40.
46. I really feel like we're going to get like,
Hit her
We're
stride.
going to find her voice.
That's what it
Find
is.
her voice.
That's what
right.
it is.
what number are we on now?
31. We're almost there. We're
getting
getting close.
Yeah.
We are
What
are we
getting
gonna do?
close.
We're almost there.
What do
We're
you
going
mean,
to have a
what are we gonna do?
Ghostbusters tribute,
Yeah, we should. That'd be great. That'd be perfect.
or at least a podcast tribute.
We should.
Tribute to podcast.
Absolutely.
What
What do you mean? What are we gonna do? He just said.
are we gonna do?
the
We're gonna
Ghostbusters.
so what?
Really?
That's not exciting. Like, are we gonna dress up like the Marshmallow Man? Can I be the
No.
evil hooker in the first one?
That's
gotta-
not scary.
You got to do the quiz based on Ghostbusters.
There you go.
That
Yeah.
too.
Ooh, that will
But
Yeah.
be.
can I be?
That will
Can
be
I
the
dress up
quiz.
like the evil one in the first one with the demon dogs?
Yes.
There you go.
So
There's a lot. There was a moment of
a lot
silence.
of ideas
there.
floating through
Oh,
there.
yeah.
We're gonna have to go and review the episode to find out what all these ideas are.
Right.
Totally gonna make Shiva that evil demon dog with Bill and have him
Yes.
sit next to the stairs.
Oh, there you go. That'd be
Wow.
perfect.
that'd be great.
All right. So
That sounds like a lot of practices because
So we
they
got-
don't sit well.
We have 15 weeks, huh?
yes.
I better
15
work on
weeks
that.
until I can
I'm a-
find. I'm gonna see if I can find online like a little die cast of the Ghostbusters Ecto 1.
Oh, that'd be cool.
I'm gonna see if we can, then we'll set it right.
We could
here.
build one.
We need to get Ghostbusters cups.
Not build
Ooh,
one.
There you go.
Ghostbusters cup. Where are you gonna find Ghostbusters cups?
Online.
I don't know. I'm not a
someone's
Everything's
got it
online.
online.
Somebody has it.
Amazon.
Yeah,
Online.
we'll just find it on Etsy.
There are
Yeah.
Star Wars cups. There's got to be Ghostbusters
Yeah,
cups.
that's probably true.
They're just as nerdy.
That's probably true.
Yep.
Come on now.
All right, Memes of the Week. I love this just because I love that movie, but I love the fact that they fact checked it.
Well, you should have showed what it said. What did it say?
Oh my gosh.
How is that false
Oh,
information?
False information.
It doesn't. It's a
What?
joke, so it doesn't show.
Oh, I wanted to see
okay.
if it said why, because you know it actually did somewhere.
What?
I love that movie. Love that movie, by the way. It's a great movie. I saw this. This was funny too.
That's
Oh
awesome.
my God.
It should have
Right?
had. You remember in kindergarten when you had to like trace your name by the
all the
dots?
different lines.
That's what it should have
Yeah.
had.
He's
Shit.
making the turkey for Thanksgiving.
And I'm going to pardon it when it's done.
Right?
Because it's not right. Because it's
Oh,
not
that's funny.
Thanksgiving. It's
This one's hard to read, but I had to put it in there.
I won
What's
that
it
woman's
say?
swim race fair and square. If they don't like it, they can suck my dick. Didn't his penis fall out or something? Didn't his penis fall out or his balls
No.
left ball
that was
or
in a
something?
that's a different
Oh,
meme,
okay.
but close enough.
I thought it really did.
This isn't a meme, but this is getting gas
Mm.
just the other day.
Was that ours? Was
Uh,
that you?
That's in Vegas.
That's in Vegas.
That's in Vegas?
Yep.
Oh, it's like a whole over a
It's a
dollar.
dollar.
It's a buck more.
That's
Dollar
a dollar
than
more.
here.
Yep.
Wow, that's crazy.
I had to take a picture of that.
Oh,
This is great.
that makes my penis
love this
hurt.
one.
You should have had an ice cream cone.
Oh man, that would have been funny. That was good. I thought I ran across this. This is
Open
funny.
mic night.
Sucks to be Mike.
That's funny.
That's funny.
Do you know how long that took me just to realize that?
What? Open mic night? or this one?
No, the open
'Cause
mic
you
night.
said-
Someone
this
painted
one.
the cement
That's
barriers
funny.
into a giant Toblerone.
That's funny.
Yep.
Yep. I kind of want to do that now.
John, what the hell happened to all yours?
I don't know. You're asking me?
I
I sent them to you. I did the normal thing.
I uploaded them on here and they're not here.
Uh-oh.
Wow. wow,
I didn't
wow.
send that many this week.
We're gonna have to do that real quick.
Technical
This
This is it.
Yeah, that was the one that you said.
Yeah. Did he really compete in the women's swim?
Yeah.
Like that's a real
Yeah,
thing.
He won.
Yeah,
Yeah, he
he
did.
won.
Well, no shit.
Let's see.
No
I'll-
shit.
I can pull them over real quick, John.
Okay.
While you're talking about
You're
the-
letting everybody see the magic.
So
behind
the
curtain.
girl that came in second, she was what,
They can't
rated
see that.
#1 in the US, right?
I'm sure.
So now they're, so there's a story later on about some of the things that went on in the background, both politically and just, I guess, if you want to call it socially,
Regarding the
regarding that. So
The
if you
fact that a
didn't see
man
it,
is competing against women.
So anybody that didn't see what happened, so the award ceremony, that person right there that won was standing at
That
person
man.
was standing at the gold medal podium or whatever you want to call it, #1 spot.
over
And
to the left.
number
yeah.
2, 3, and 4 they all huddled together and were celebrating, and all their teammates were celebrating with them while he stood alone.
Yeah.
And so it's very telling of the fact that, it just kind of proves what this has become.
A show.
A shit show.
Yeah.
I mean, I feel
Whoa.
sorry for all women
What
that
are you doing?
It wouldn't cooperate.
that are
Apparently.
competing or whatever. I mean, you're being diminished.
You're being told you're nothing because what is it? Oh, well, women are different than men and men own everything. Well, men do own everything. When a man can compete against a woman in a woman's sport, that's men owning everything. There is no women's rights anymore. Done. We're back to what? 1920s?
Yeah, it's all Putin's fault.
not that, but the gas, right?
Sure.
Yeah.
No, it's all Putin's
It's
fault.
all
It's all
Putin's
Putin's fault at this point.
No, if we had to show our Putins, we'd
This
be
one
fine.
was cute that you sent over. I like that one.
Oh, I did like that one. That was cute. I
Oh,
like
that is- yeah.
would not was it would to would not?
Yeah.
The two that's funny.
That was good.
Peer pressure, about time, a boat time.
A boat
I like
time.
that. Yeah.
Aquaholic.
That's a good one. That's good too.
I think that's my favorite aquaholic.
That's
Aquaholic.
cute. I like the fish too.
Yeah.
And this one was sent in by Christine. Was this one sent in by Christine?
That was
No.
one of our
This one was
loyal.
funny too. I like that one. It's okay to pretend we're Irish and so bad.
I like
Pretend he's
that.
our president.
That's awesome.
Thanks,
That is awesome.
Christine.
Isn't that great? Christine sent it to me. She's like, this is the
Awesome.
best. I was like, oh my God, that's got to go up there.
Yes, absolutely.
The best.
Dude, this was
Right?
mine. I saw this one. It's not really a meme, but it just kind of spells it all out.
Oh my gosh.
Yep.
Yeah, wasn't that?
Yeah, we have so much information, almost
It
too much.
really
and-
was
Too
not
stupid.
that.
yeah.
Way to go,
I
Team
saw that.
Blue.
Yeah, exactly. Jeez.
Yeah, I don't think so.
Yeah, the problem is Russia's not really being affected by it.
Oh no, they're just like, yeah, whatever.
No,
They're-
actually, I read a good article that talks about the fact that they feel so the Russian people feel like it's back in the 90s again
Really?
when the Soviet Union was breaking up, and it's very much gone into. I read somewhere somebody they waited like an hour and a half just to be able to get a pound, but 5 gram, not gram, but 5 kilograms or whatever it is, kilograms
Yeah.
of sugar.
Hmm.
Hour and a half just to get sugar.
Yeah.
Really?
Wow.
Yeah, so things are actually pretty
But
bad.
bread lines are good.
Well, that's only Bernie Sanders that says that.
Sorry.
So,
Right.
but right now, I mean, things are pretty bad for the average Joe Russian.
Interesting. Well, good.
Did
I-
you see
and I
this?
feel sorry
This
for
is,
them. 'cause
I've
they
seen
didn't
this
ask
float
for it.
around. I even seen this on like Newsmax and stuff. I
What?
guess this really happened.
Well, I thought it was Hillary, Psaki, and Obama that had COVID, right? Wasn't it the 3?
I didn't hear about Obama.
That's
I
it
know
was the
there's
3 of
several,
them.
yeah.
I know I heard about Hillary
Because they were all
and Psaki.
pedophiling children together. That's how they got sick.
But yeah, she put this out there and somebody put up 13 hours. And I thought, oh my God, that is
Yeah, right?
hysterical.
Yep, that is funny. Huh. Interesting. I saw this one the other day, John. I'm glad you put it up because I think it's freaking hilarious.
Is that going to be us?
Poor man's sushi, right? That's awesome.
Are we going to put sriracha on that?
I want to know what's underneath the goldfish. Is that right?
That's ice.
It's
It's
rice.
just
Is that
ice.
No, it's rice. But
Okay.
it's rice, but
Oh,
it's
rice.
It's just blown up really. far.
It's rice and goldfish. It's so sad.
That's funny though. I'm glad you put that up.
Oh my God. That's the best
That's got to
thing
be
ever.
the best meme.
You
Oh
want to
my
know what's
God.
worse? We're going to find out she's a vagina lover.
Oh, that's
It's
freaking
coming.
hilarious. So,
Betcha it's coming.
do we just get knocked off YouTube? No, we're good.
Just wait.
No, it takes them a
It's
minute
still,
to go
it's
through
still
it.
early. Still early.
Oh my God. Is that really your brother's picture? Wow, Rob. Come on.
That looks like Matt Best.
And you know
that
what?
was him when he was like 15.
Oh, really?
No, it was not.
I want to say
17.
dinner tonight was like awesome because it was like a live episode of Seinfeld.
It wasn't.
So,
Yeah,
so
it
we had dinner.
was.
So for those that don't know, we had dinner before the show. And
With the family.
a handful of drinks, 1 or 2.
Or 5. 4.
We can either confirm or
Or
deny.
deny. It was fun.
All right, so turn me on.
All right, ready?
Oh my
news
God.
No,
alert?
Were
this
you
is not
doing
the
that?
news. No, this
Oh,
is not the news.
something
This is
different?
Oh, excuse
something
me.
different. Something different. So, I have,
jeez.
I have a bit, just for those that, so obviously the big news is the fact
Oh my
that-
God. I should have brought my book.
you have a book
With
about women?
pictures.
I think that
It clearly
we got
shows-
another nursing book.
This
Uh-huh.
is, we went with dictionary.com.
yeah.
So I looked it up today, right? Dictionary.com, an adult female person, right? And so then we went to Merriam-Webster, right? An adult female person. We even went to just, plain old
Wikipedia.
Wikipedia, an adult female human. And it was like, all right, so let's just even, just for shits and giggles, let's just go and check out what female even says. Sex of an organism that produces large non-motile ova, blah, 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 blah. In
Ova.
humans, a certain
Hold on,
female
I
can be
love
used
that.
to refer to a gender.
Back up.
An organism that produces a large non-motile ova. Does Swimmer Boy do that?
No,
Nope.
Yeah, I didn't think
I'm
so.
going to say no.
His-
I'm not a biologist, but I'm going to
pretty-
say no.
Not even that. I'm pretty sure
I am-
his is motile,
Granted, I'm a little over my skis because I'm not a biologist.
but I'm pretty
but
sure
all I
he's
know is this
motile.
part down here at the bottom kind of spells it all out.
In humans, the word
female-
female can also be used to refer to gender.
Yes,
Oh, I'm
just
so sorry.
pointing out
Just saying.
the science.
Just saying. But you're not a
All right,
biologist.
so news. All right, so I got some grief over the. Actually, let's make this so it's a little bit easier to see. I didn't realize that this didn't do.
Yeah, I just went to the eye doctor today, and I'm getting a new prescription glasses. So I
You
Need
can
you-
read the
No,
screen
not yet.
afterwards.
I
He's
will be
going
able to.
to.
Yeah,
Awesome.
I'll have 20/20 vision by the time I get
All
my
right,
glasses.
so the March 25th Chronicle.
So do we need to
News.
get hitched before then? When is this 2 weeks?
Oh my God. So obviously, as everybody knows, war in Ukraine, day 31. We are officially a month into this,
Wow.
and it's just it's not good. But actually, if you read some of the things, you find out that Ukraine is actually pushing back quite a bit.
Good.
And so
I hope
those
they do.
that are trying to, I guess, Ukraine, from the last things I saw today, was that the Ukrainian forces are actually pushing the Russians back away from Kyiv in some areas. So it's interesting. At least 8 dead in a Kyiv shopping center shelling. 20 days in Mariupol. This is actually a great article. If anybody ever has the chance to go and take a look at it, this was an article. It's the AP News. A reporter on the ground actually wrote about 20 days in Mariupol. It's phenomenal what he talks about. Just the sacrifices, what they're doing on the ground. It's a good read. I would highly recommend it. AP News.
So who was it that wrote that?
It was a journalist, photojournalist.
What's his name? Just so people can look it up.
It's on the AP News, and let me click on this actual here and pull this up.
Was he a biologist?
Oh, it's not a
He wasn't.
biologist.
That's why I didn't
No,
talk
he's-
about sex.
So if you can read that name down there,
Mestilav Czech Review.
yeah.
Good
So
job.
I would check
God bless you.
apnews.com and look for 20 Days in Mariupol, the team that documented city's agony. It's an interesting read. So
Okay.
it kind of gives you a full, a ground view of what war is like. Ukraine rejects Russians' demand to surrender Mariupol in exchange for a safe passage. Zelensky seeks help from the Israelis, and they're actually helping them out. So 300 say that now that theater that was attacked last week, I think it was, or 2
Yeah, I
weeks
think
ago.
it was last week.
Yeah, because we were just talking about it.
This was the theater that had the
Kids and stuff.
kids, and it had on both sides in big white letters. The letters were probably like 10 feet tall on either side that said children, and they bombed it. So now the death toll is up over 300. So it's a sad thing. So obviously we saw about the Judge Jackson hearing for the Supreme Court. I'm sure since everybody saw the intro, it's just interesting. If you ever want to go and take a look at these,
So is
5 takeaways that are on the Epic Times. It's basically talking about the insanity of it all. I mean, it's interesting. I keep hearing from those on the left, especially like snippets from the talking heads on television that say that I guess she's allegedly very, very smart, very intelligent.
I've heard that. Yeah, I've even heard
And
that. from the
I have
right,
not
too.
seen anything that says
I don't
that
doubt
puts
that.
I have
any,
no
that
proof
puts
of
any
that.
that puts actually any concrete facts on it. So I don't know if it's just talking points or what. There's a possibility she could be, and it's just interesting.
maybe
in the
she
fact,
gets nervous?
but it's interesting in
Could
the
be.
fact that when I've seen some of the hearings, she has a very keen sense of being able to not answer questions.
Oh,
Well,
kind of like Peppermint Patty.
She can circle back.
It seemed like more of an avoidance when
She's been
it's
coached very well.
Right.
That all she needed to do was, and the best way I heard it put was, this was basically a prevent defense.
Yeah.
Just don't say anything that's going to really get you in trouble.
Right.
We have the votes. Just get through this.
So is she for sure in?
Not
Oh.
as I mean, they will have.
Or
a
is she
vote.
still like voting?
They will have a vote. So they went through the Senate, and so they will have a vote next week, And so, I mean, they will have the number of votes.
Oh, I'm sure. That's
But
why
it's
she's
just-
in there.
It's just interesting the fact that, I mean, she did a very good job of not answering questions.
Oh, of course.
And I don't
overall-
understand that. I mean, isn't that the whole point of this is to answer questions?
Sorry,
Oh,
Dan
jeez.
is hijacking the
Yes.
Oh my
That's
god.
funny.
Wow.
Changing subjects. So Biden said today or yesterday that he would be very fortunate if Trump runs again.
I'm sure he would be.
So
Because he'll use the same votes he used last time. They won't have to change anything.
Yeah, you can recycle them.
well,
Yeah,
and
totally
it
good.
was a sad state of affairs because of the fact that he kept talking about domestic policies while he's over in Brussels. And it was like, all right, really? Can you just hold it together for 2 days and be presidential and at least look like you're in charge on the world stage? And no, what does he
Not
have
eat
to
ice
do?
cream.
He's over there blaming Trump again. 2 years in,
Of course he
and he's
is.
blaming Trump.
All right.
We can't talk about him shitting his pants. Like,
So according to the
That's not
Treasury,
it.
1.6 billion with a B in stimulus checks have still not been received.
Really?
of course.
Isn't that
It's
ridiculous?
all those dead
Wow.
people they
So-
sent into.
Obviously, if you haven't seen or heard anybody, Biden's approval has hit another new low. And that's probably because of the Disney workers.
There's a surprise. Right? Disney workers.
When you've lost the Disney workers, things have gotten bad.
Yes.
Page 3. Biden contradicts Psaki and the entire his entire administration, says the food shortages could occur due to the Russian sanctions again. So if you do not find food, guess what?
It's Russia's fault.
It's
So-
Putin's fault.
It's
So
Putin's
how
fault.
much food do we really get from Russia?
We
I don't think we get
enough, but the
food.
thing is that it's a balloon, right? So we supply, along with other countries that produce food, we supply food to the rest of the world.
I get
Those
that.
that don't have the ability to grow their own.
Which is
So-
fine. Like,
Yeah.
if,
And so, like, Africa is a prime example. They say that a vast majority of Africa gets their food from Ukraine and Russia and that part of the world. So
Yeah, 'cause you
now
can't really grow much
somebody
in
is going to
Africa.
have to help fill the gap.
Mhm.
And so it's interesting in the fact that we get the president who is sitting there and trying to brace us for the fact that we are going to have
so
to
he's going to
suffer.
sacrifice us
Yes.
for them.
Yes.
Oh, not
because
surprised.
the president is because our president is always more concerned about overseas
Yep.
than domestic.
Well, he's got to keep his money flowing.
So we saw that Clarence Thomas was released from the hospital. He had been in there for a handful of days. People's Convoy is still in Washington. Sad news. We saw that Madeleine Albright, first female U.S. secretary under Clinton, had died
I
this
did
week.
not see that.
I didn't see
Mm-mm.
that.
Oh, that's
Yeah, I
sad.
really liked Madeleine Albright. I think she did a really good job. I mean, she did a good job of holding that office.
Mm-hmm. Oh,
Did you
that's
see
sad.
about the motorists that were flocking to the Chicago gas station, the millionaire that was giving away
Yeah,
gas,
yeah, I saw that.
and
yeah.
it was causing like giant
Oh,
backups.
yeah.
Backups,
Oh,
yeah.
I'm
I saw
sure.
that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So
Because they
interest-
asked them what to give away gift cards instead
Yeah.
someplace else.
Real quick, I left this comment up, John, because didn't we talk? Was it last week we talked about how 30% of people wouldn't fight?
Oh,
Yeah.
yeah,
Didn't
they'd
we
all
talk
run
about
something
away.
like that,
Yes.
wasn't it?
Yeah.
Yes.
Nope, everybody would run away.
Everybody, bunch of
That's fine.
So,
the ones that
in
run, they don't need you.
case-
shit.
And so,
Oh my God, I saw that.
did you see this?
I saw it
What?
from the Walmart parking lot where it was like sucking the cars up.
No.
Wait, what?
No,
What
no,
what are we
this.
talking about?
Yes.
This we're gonna pull this up because I want to see this. There's no sound.
Oh, the red truck.
There
yeah,
is
yeah,
sound,
yeah.
but I don't want to. I don't want to.
No, I
Oh,
saw
the
that.
truck. Yeah, that's
Oh, yeah.
crazy.
But I want to see. I want to see. So
Yeah, you
If
got to
you
watch
stop
this.
it
This
right
is
here-
crazy.
there's a truck
Right
right
there.
here. So this truck is just crossing. It looks like, if I'm understanding this correctly, it looks like he may have been traveling this way and wanted to turn around literally right in front of the tornado. Because all of a sudden you see it get flipped over. Let me actually back it up because I want to give you the chance to look for that truck.
It's hard to see. I mean,
Yeah.
I
It's hard
watched
'cause
the
you're
video
far away,
many
yeah.
times, and
Well,
I
I mean, it's in a
couldn't
storm,
figure
but it's
out.
No,
where
where
it
it
he
was
is
right
trying
here.
to
So
turn
you see the
around
truck
to
right
get away
there,
from it.
Okay.
and it gets flipped on its side right there.
And he gets
And you
spun
see
around.
the tornado, and flipped around. This is literally right out of Twister, back on
Yeah.
its wheels.
And he drives away.
and
and
he
it's like,
drives away.
Go,
yeah.
go, 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 go!
Yeah. All right, we're good to
And
go.
so-
Let's go.
Hey, they were in a red truck
The
too.
there was a Texas TV station that actually caught up with the driver.
Oh,
Really?
They
did
were
they
in a red
really?
truck. That's
So
great.
the truck lost all its windows. The truck lost its it lost its obviously its mirrors.
Yeah.
The body is all damaged and
You
stuff.
were
But
world.
yeah, the guy just
He's
was
like, let's go.
by the time he straightened out what the hell was going on,
Yeah.
he was like, holy
the
crap,
heck
I'm
outta
still
here.
checking his
I'm
I'm
good.
still alive.
Yeah.
Let's go.
Somehow I think there was a hold my beer. We're going for
Yeah.
it in the process.
That is crazy.
That is crazy.
That's
So-
probably
Absolutely
like one
nuts.
of the craziest videos I've
That's
seen in a
super
long
crazy.
time.
Ken, that guy should go play the
Absolutely.
lottery.
Yeah,
is what
no,
he should
Right?
he's
do.
already
That's
used all his
crazy.
lottery.
Right.
Yeah,
No,
he's done.
play the
That is
lottery.
it. Never worry about playing the
No.
lottery again.
No.
He cashed out.
Yeah.
That
Yeah,
was it.
he's done. That's crazy.
So yeah, those same tornadoes hit everywhere from New Orleans all the way through
Jeez.
Texas. So it was a crazy time.
That's
But
crazy.
that there are two things that went viral this week. That was one, and the other one was, and I meant to put it on and I completely forgot about it till now, was the meme from Ice-T who talked about getting robbed at the gas station.
Oh, I
And
heard
when the
about that
police showed
story.
up, and
I
so,
missed
yeah,
that.
So Ice-T posted this meme, said he got robbed at the gas station, and when the police finally showed up, they said, "Who? Do you have a description?" He goes, "Yeah, pump 9."
Yep, that was funny as hell.
That's hilarious.
And that has gone viral.
Oh my god, that's funny.
So
That's good.
I think he was driving an electric vehicle.
Right?
So
Oh, yeah.
that being said, we're gonna go to, because Dan wanted to see
Oh, he
Something
wanted to see some
happy.
uplifting
he wanted to see
news.
uplifting things. Come on, why is this not working now?
Because there's nothing
because you
uplifting.
want it to.
Right.
Right? That's always the case, right? I'm
Well, you have
sitting here
Bloom
and-
Cam.
There we go. Bloom Cam. So if anybody has not ever been in Washington, D.C.,
No.
when,
For the cherry
when
blossoms.
when the cherry blossoms are blooming,
Oh.
it is awesome. So now there's a live cam. So obviously it's dark out there. But I just wanted to point out that there is this YouTube video on here of earlier put out by the National Park District. Let's close that. Let's make this
That's
bigger.
cute though.
Yeah, that's pretty cool.
I mean, this is awesome. Washington, D.C., when the cherry blossoms are blooming. Come on, let's just get to
Also, it's like a time lapse.
I don't know. This is a different video than the
Oh,
one I was watching
okay.
yesterday when I put it on here. Because they were
Yeah, it's
this
like
is
Yeah,
not
time
a
lapse.
show.
That's cool.
See, I think
Oh,
if they
here's what
did
I
a
wanted to
time
watch.
lapse, that would be
Here's what
really
I
cool.
Oh my god.
Here's the
Oh,
one I
that's
wanted to
crazy.
watch because this
Oh, that's
is
beautiful.
it is phenomenal. I enjoy it, and I'm not usually that kind of person, but just the cherry
That's
blossom trees that are all
crazy.
over Washington, D.C. are worth going to see.
You're not that kind of guy, but you did have a tulip glass at dinner.
Yeah. And drink
You
with your
had to
pinky
out me in
out.
that, didn't you? Had to
That's
out me.
so cool. Along the water.
Yeah, all
That'd
on-
be fun to take like a pedal boat through there.
and the other thing is if you've
Bucket list.
if you've never been around cherry blossoms, they have this just great smell. It just
Do
makes
they?
it makes Washington D.C. feel not so
Not
crappy.
smell like shit
Yeah.
anymore.
Yeah, I mean, it just feels like
Make you forget that
anything could
Biden's
happen.
there.
This is just an amazing place that we live in, and it's really something.
That's cool.
That's cool.
We can't grow those out here, can we?
No. Actually, there is a type of cherry blossom you can grow out here, but it's not one like that, I bet.
You mean cherry tree?
That too.
So NASA
No, just the
confirms
blossom.
There
Just
are
the blossom.
now more than
Forget about the rest of the
5,000
tree,
right?
exoplanets. So just thought that was kind of a neat thing since
that's
Dan
interesting.
says that we're so doom and gloom around here.
Oh,
There you go, Dan. So 5,000 planets have been found.
But we just lost Pluto is not a planet.
Pluto hasn't been a
Right.
planet for a long
Well, I don't
time.
care
Yeah.
what anybody says. In my world, Pluto's still. a
Pluto's a
I was
planet.
gonna say, how do you just all of a sudden change it to?
Well, now
You just
they
took
say-
away his
to a
Now they
status.
say it's like some kind of a solo moon or something.
I would say it's the same way that we let a man compete against a woman in the Olympics, but
Speaking of which,
Oh boy,
Oh,
here we
so
go.
here
Did
we
I
see
do
that
that
Ron
so
is-
well?
Buckle
Ron
up.
DeSantis
I was
now
ready.
proclaims that the actual biological female swimmer was the winner.
That was
of the-
awesome. I'm liking him more and more.
I
You
know,
that? I
right?
really like him more and more.
I'm sorry. I
So-
mean, biology. let's face it. That's why we have men in women's sports, because men are built differently than
100%.
women. So why?
I'm all for a woman out throwing bales of hay all day, but men are going to be better at it than we are. They're built differently. Their muscles are bigger.
So-
Physiologically,
Right.
we are, yes.
Right.
Even Bruce
Jenner.
We like
Jenner
it that way.
said that. That's
And he would know. I
and
mean, let's
he's-
face it.
She would know.
let's face
Yeah.
it that
He should,
He would know.
Whatever.
they, that's the expert right there, right?
Right.
Right.
So
Oh, is he a biologist now?
I don't think you need to be one. He
Sorry.
has firsthand knowledge.
so if you
Of
don't
what
know,
it is to be a man? Yes, he does.
so if you don't know, Arizona, Oklahoma, and Kentucky, all legislatures all passed a transgender sports ban.
Nice.
Just
Oh, Arizona
and
did
it's
too?
not anything, and just to point out, this is not anything against the transgender crowd. It's just the fact that they should not be competing against.
Yeah, it's not that much
biological
fun,
women.
So
Rob.
why don't they just
And
make,
they're expensive.
well, why don't they just make, okay, so you have men's,
Rob,
you have
you would
women's.
look
Why
interesting
can't
in
you
a
just
bra,
make,
and I would actually pay money for that. Just say it.
why can't they just make one category trans
Yeah,
trans-
absolutely a trans
Absolutely.
category, absolutely.
And you can compete whether you want a girl and you want to be a boy, a boy you want to be a girl. You compete against
I'd
each
be
other.
all
Let
for
the
that.
women stay with women. Make 3 different
Yeah.
categories.
I go back to
Exactly.
what I said a long time ago. You want to be a man or a woman, that's your choice. But stop thinking you get special rights just because
You want to pretend to be
feel
somebody
a
else.
certain way. That's what drives me about the LGBTQRST community, whatever it is,
God bless you.
that they just feel like they get special treatment just
Why would you
because they
not?
feel the way
Everybody else,
no,
you offended me,
it's
and now
not-
I get special
It's not the way it
treatment.
works.
No, you
So-
still got to suck it up, Buttercup.
So Brittany Griner is still in Russia in a detention facility.
Wow.
Did you see? Sorry, because you see the basketball. Did you hear about the blind girl that made the shot in the basket?
No.
Oh my God.
Tell
Of course,
us.
I don't have a video or anything about it because that's my life. But look it up.
We can visualize it.
Look at it. There is. So it was a high school basketball game.
Uh-huh.
And she was out there and she was supposed to make a 3-pointer. So the coach goes and taps on the back of
The hoop,
what's that?
the backboard.
The backboard. Taps on the back of the backboard. She bounces it 2 or 3 times. He taps again. She bounces it again. Done.
Sinks it.
Really?
Awesome.
That's awesome.
Everybody freaks out.
Oh,
Awesome.
absolutely.
Freaking awesome.
Page 4.
So cool. There was your uplifting story, Dad.
I like that.
Oh no, it gets better.
Oh, it gets better. Oh my
All
God.
right,
yeah.
Okay, here we go.
Page 4.
Well, you got economy in there. I don't know if it's gonna
List
get any better.
of no, before that.
Oh.
List of the 32 best donut shops in America.
Best donut shops. How many are in Arizona?
Yep.
None.
Oh,
What?
What?
Bosa didn't even make the
No.
list. Wow.
Several in New York.
I'm sure.
Do you have a New York favorite?
It's probably the bagel place that we used to go to. They had really good donuts.
what was it called? Dad, what was the bagel place called?
Holbrook Bagels.
Holbrook Bagels, really?
Yeah,
That does
pretty-
not.
So-
There
It was
was
pretty
not.
generic.
Was there any from Chicago?
Yes, several from Chicago.
Okay. I'm trying to think of the one
But
that
they had like Baker's Wife in Minnesota. They have Rhode Island, California. So Barrio Donas,
There you
Mario
go, Rob.
Donuts.
Blackbird,
Okay.
Massachusetts, Blinkies in Woodland Hills, Da Vinci's in Georgia,
Rob should know
Dat
Blinkies.
Donuts in Chicago, District Donut Sliders and Brew. That I was like
I could
Donut
do that.
Sliders and Brew. I'm like,
That's
you know,
interesting.
Where
thank
I
God,
could do
That sounds
that.
God
interesting.
loves Louisiana. They never miss a trick to
we
party,
gotta
right?
do that in New Orleans.
The Donut Man in LA, Donut Run in Washington, the Donut Hole in Wichita. You know,
Dude,
nothing
donuts and
Wichita,
chicken.
Kansas
Chicago.
makes the list, but Arizona does not.
Wow.
Do right. Chicago.
Donuts and
woohoo.
chicken. Heck yeah.
Dottie's in Philly, Dough in New York, Fan in Brooklyn, Federal in Pennsylvania, Five Daughters in Nashville.
Nashville.
Gibson's. We got General Porpoise. That's
Poor
interesting.
place. Poor place.
The Goods.
The Heavenly,
Heavenly
Donut.
Donut, the Holy Donut, Hugs and Donuts, Cora Longs, New Palace. Oh
He
my
has
God,
partook in
Squee,
Blinkies.
Love, Pink Love,
Those don't look like donuts.
Pips Original.
Hey, go back down. That's a female. Sorry, sorry.
The Salty Donut, Union Square, Who's Donuts. Santa Fe, New Mexico, but Phoenix does not.
That's
Topeka,
me.
Kansas makes
'Cause-
it, but we can't.
What's that donut shop down in Tempe that everybody raves about where they make donuts with bacon on it? What's
Ooh,
that?
those are good.
You know the one I'm
What?
talking about?
I have never heard of such.
Yeah.
a
Those
place.
are good.
It's the one
This is news.
everybody raves about it.
I
They
have
go,
never
the
heard
best
of such a
donuts. and-
place.
Donuts in Tempe.
Yeah. Oh man.
So,
I'm just looking at it as I see a road trip in our future.
oh yeah,
It's not Chompy's. I know that because I know Chompy's is in Tempe. But
I'm still waiting.
don't have-
I'm still
we don't-
waiting
they
for
don't have
Dan to
donuts
pop up with the best donut shop in New York.
Arizona Donut Company. Donut Parlor.
no.
Hertz Donuts.
So farmers are talking about the
Alien
fact-
Donuts.
No.
Yes, it is. That's the one that has all the stuff. You have all
So
the
farmers are
different
paying
choices.
triple for fertilizer right now, and they're saying don't blame them for rising food prices.
Of course not.
And that I know for a fact because Wendy and I had talked to a good friend of mine who is in the fertilizer industry, and he says, "Do you know that the vast majority of our fertilizer actually comes from overseas?
Really?
Isn't that surprising?
I
A
We
lot
don't
of
we
it
have enough
comes-
cows that
A
shit
lot
here.
of it comes from Russia.
Really?
Yeah, the nitrogen and stuff like
Yeah.
that all comes from
Well, no,
Russia.
because Russia and Ukraine are super mineral heavy.
Yeah.
Yep.
That's
So
where we get
that's
most
where
of
we
our
get a
minerals
lot
and
of
stuff
our
from.
So
Mhm.
yeah. So obviously the president is over in Europe and with the G7, and they're exploring ways to avert a global food shortage.
Because we're going to be sending our food everywhere else.
thought it was an
Just take out
interesting-
Russia.
I just thought it was an interesting fact that they are making serious attempts in all the things with what's going on with Russia and Ukraine and trying to wean off of Russian oil and
Yeah.
and that they're really pushing now the hydrogen aspect of it. And so the BBC, this was a great article, and it's not loading for some reason, that
Didn't-
says that they're making serious attempts on trying to power planes with hydrogen now. So that's a great thing. Sweaty nuts and sail pulse Alkma. Oh my god. I love it when he's been drinking.
That is
Wow.
a great
See,
SNL moment. Sorry.
there are several great
Yes,
SNL moments.
That's
but
one
I
of
will-
them.
The sweaty balls.
Sweaty
Yeah.
balls.
Sweaty
Sweaty.
balls.
Sweaty.
Sweaty balls.
Sweaty
Sweaty.
Okay, I have a question though.
Yeah. Let's
Didn't
hear
we
it.
already go through hydrogen with the big balloon things?
Talking about the Zeppelins.
Didn't we learn from that?
That's just
the
that was
first
just to
time?
hold them up.
It was just a hint.
Hydrogen
Come
is
on, it
actually
wasn't that-
very safe.
Yeah.
So they say that hydrogen in a car,
Yeah.
if you were to get into an accident, hydrogen would disperse fast enough. The problem with
That you wouldn't catch on fire and burn to death?
any more than gasoline.
Okay. You're going to put it in a plane.
Well, hydrogen is
You
a
can put it
gas,
in a plane,
correct?
but the whole idea was the problem with the Zeppelin. So if you go back to the Hindenburg as a prime example,
Yeah.
was the fact that there was so many to be able to make this thing float. It was compressed so much within this thing that when it caught fire for whatever reason, that
It didn't disperse quick
it,
enough?
it didn't disperse quick
So
enough
you don't
because
think
of
they're
the-
going to have it under pressure in that thing?
Well, they're going to.
Well, yeah. Like I said, we've been here before.
Yeah, but
We've
technology has
gone a- we've come a long
leaps and
way since
bounds
the
from
30s.
the Zeppelin.
We've come a long way since the 1930s.
we have a president shitting his pants. Have we really?
All right. On that note, U.S. auto sales
You
are
keep like
going to tumble
kicking us
based
back.
on rising
sorry.
inflation. And also U.S. home sales are tumbling as mortgage rates.
Oh, it's
Well, we knew that was
disgusting.
going to happen.
7 rate hikes this year.
It's
That's what they're predicting.
disgusting. We're like 5% right now
Wow.
with good credit.
Wow.
It's disgusting.
On the COVID and
VAs are
healthcare
like
front,
3.
did you see that
Wow.
the
So gross.
commercial airline pilots are now filed a lawsuit against the Trump administration over mask mandates?
Oh, is it Trump's fault again?
Wait, what?
Or not? Did I say Trump?
Yeah, you
Yeah.
said Trump.
I meant Biden.
I was like, what?
Okay.
So
Second.
I apologize for that.
Good.
So
Good for them.
Good for
they,
them. Yeah.
and then on the flip side, a bunch of CEOs from the airlines have asked to end the mandate, saying that the air in aircraft are actually cleaner in most ways than what's
Yep.
probably in your home.
Rob and I were just talking about that
Absolutely.
yesterday.
You're filtered like
clean.
crazy.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's
On the flip side, Moderna has asked the FDA to authorize COVID-19 vaccines for children 6 months to 6 years.
Of course
yeah,
they
because their
have.
stocks are down
6
probably.
Wow.
months.
It's freaking,
That's
it's fucking insane.
insane.
It's insane.
And if you are stupid enough to do it, you get what you get.
On the flip side, most Americans think that chip implants are a bad idea. This
Brain
is
chip.
actually
Brain chip.
What?
Implants?
Brain chip implants.
this is actually a poll from the Pew Research that talks about
Why
it
is that even a
Christ,
question?
Right?
because they're talking about it.
I'm sure they are.
Wait, what?
Americans think that brain chip implants are a bad idea.
Duh.
Well,
Yeah.
there are some people that actually
there are
need
people
one,
that-
but
there are-
I know.
but
What
there
are we
are-
putting on that thing?
But see, as I had somebody who explained it to me a long time ago, and it makes perfect sense. So there's implants for your dog already.
Yes,
and
you
then
should.
and
They move.
and
What
see,
is the
and
biggest
Rob
thing?
wants a refund on his.
He needs it.
And so that, but
they
see,
move.
they have,
That's
but
the
they
issue.
have, but they have chips, and so you get used to having chips in your dog, right? And then the next logical step is to put chips in your children, so that way your children can never get lost, never get abducted, never, And so then that you start at some point.
I'm good.
You start having generations that have already had.
Oh,
the
but your
chips
kids already had
implanted
your
because
implant.
the chips were put in your kids, so that way you could never lose them.
So now you're an adult, and of course you put it in your kid.
Well, but see, the thing is, because you have the chip and it didn't hurt you, so you're going to put it in your kid because now that's the social norm.
Yeah.
And they're saying now that at least the Americans at this point, at this juncture, this point in time, are saying that is a shitty idea.
Well, give them another generation; they'll get it.
Speaking of shitty,
oh boy,
Oh, no.
there's a place in Tempe that is now paying $1,200
Oh.
a month for your poop. Just
No,
saying.
What?
no, it's not funny. It's
What?
actually
It is
gone
kinda-
down.
it is kinda
Wait,
funny.
tell
No,
me how-
it's gone down
Please tell me how this is not funny.
because we've
Yeah.
been doing it for a while.
what?
Yeah, you have shit implants.
It's not a contest, Rob. Stop throwing put your chip back in your pants.
Yeah, it's just because you paid more for it, Rob. Don't feel bad. They charged you more. They saw you coming.
All right.
No, so they actually will do, and it was actually talked about in MS patients, and I was contemplating doing it. So it is a fecal transplant. So they clean you out,
Okay.
and then they implant clean.
wait, didn't we talk
Poop.
about
We
this?
did.
We talked about
Yeah.
it.
That's what I'm saying. Where do you think it comes from? Somebody's got to donate that shit.
Literally.
Ken, I think you're close. I think they should put chips in there. They should put chips in there that don't work.
That don't exactly.
They should. That just gives
Or,
them.
or just, it works until you walk out of the facility and then they turn off.
Yeah. So somebody's got to donate it.
Yeah, right?
True.
They just drop right there.
Yeah.
So is
Interesting.
that my new job?
Yes.
That's your side gig.
All right.
Oh,
So
yeah.
under
Another
the
one.
category of police and crime, who saw about the Alabama man who was charged in the theft of a 70-ton crane?
What?
What?
Oh yeah. This
I want to know
is-
how he.
I
What
missed
did he
this
do?
apparently.
So yeah. he
How was that not all over the news?
Yeah.
right? He grabbed an old,
Holy
looks like an
shit.
old army
That's
crane,
awesome.
and he was trying to run away with it.
How far did he get?
It didn't
Not
say
very
how
far.
far. It just said that he got arrested though. And this is some guy in his 20s. This is not like. And the funny thing is,
Like your dad,
This is the second
Wendy?
time he got arrested for this.
Second, really?
Well, you want to know what? He's persistent.
That's
Yeah, I
no
was gonna
shit.
say.
He really wanted
He
that.
really
crane.
wants it.
Maybe they need to keep
By
more
the
of an eye on
second
this
time,
guy.
I would be like, "What are you planning to do?" Because it might be a good idea.
Maybe
If
he
that
needs
first-
maybe he needs a chip, so when he hops in the thing, you can shut him down.
If
So
that
the,
first you fail,
Try again.
Try
Yeah.
again.
The hacker group Anonymous is claiming credit for hacks to the Russian central banks and other companies in Russia.
Oh, it's coming our way too.
Mhm.
We're gonna start getting hacked like crazy.
Kind of disturbing news. I see that I actually read this 3 different places. A Southcom commander warns that Russia and Chinese are interfering in Latin America.
Oh, I'm sure.
So they are literally on our back doorstep.
Oh, well, why wouldn't they be? We have an open
Yeah.
border.
right?
Come on in.
Oh my God.
Pour you some vodka.
Or some whiskey.
and the
Yeah.
question is, when does this go bad? When?
Real
Does it
soon.
go bad? So LA is leading the population with the second largest drop in. So this is actually out of LA paper, but population drop for largest mass
Mass
people that are
exodus.
leaving. So New York obviously is leading the way. LA right behind them. San Francisco a little bit behind them, and then Chicago is behind them. I mean,
All
so
like
it's
real
just-
cities. Look at
yeah,
that.
it's interesting. I don't know what you want to
Let them have it and burn it down.
On the other hand, again, this goes back to Dan, the least and most happiest countries in the world.
Oh boy.
What color's
So-
happy?
Where do we rank?
We rank near the top.
So
we are
orange is
not
happy?
at the top. So we're just happy. We're at 7.0.
So Australia is up there.
Finland is at the top at
7.8.
7.8.
Huh? Okay.
Any guess as to who's at the very, very bottom?
Russia?
Nope.
Ukraine.
Ukraine.
Nope.
2.4 Afghanistan.
Afghanistan is at the very bottom.
Jeez.
It's an interesting article, actually. It talks about, it breaks it down by hemisphere,
But Zimbabwe is right behind them.
and it breaks it down by, so it's, North America, South America, Africa. It talks about Australia, Asia, and Europe. And
Why
it
is that
breaks them all
whole
down.
middle part gray?
They didn't get enough
They
data.
didn't count.
Oh, Greenland?
They're kind of
They,
in
like-
the
Yeah,
middle.
Greenland doesn't count.
Well, no, that whole middle part of Africa.
No, they didn't get data from
They
there.
didn't get data.
It's
There's nobody. They were like, "Who are you?" And they probably ate them.
That's true.
It's the Congo.
Or they just shot them with the
Right.
with the air dart thing, so they didn't even get to come out.
So I actually changed my quote of the week a couple times this. So true happiness is found in simple, seemingly unremarkable things.
Like whiskey bottles.
That was
And
Monday.
it is not how much we have, but how much we enjoy that makes happiness.
Amen.
Because I
Yeah,
thought it would.
amen to
you know,
that.
the whole idea was about happiness. So I thought, all right, let's just go to happiness.
Oh, that's like a good little
And then under my favorites category,
quip.
6 steps to fight fatigue and boost energy. And I thought, Keith might have something to say about this.
Okay.
You're kind of, on a health kick. And so one thing they talked about was, not being the type of person that sits there and burns through your entire day within the first 4 hours of the day. They talk about pacing yourself. They talk about, instead of taking naps when you're feeling tired, get up and walk and, get your,
Show Rob's comment. I'm so sorry.
what? I have been in Afghanistan. They were happy when we were there. They left them hanging and damaged their dreams by abandoning it.
Yeah.
Right?
We
You
did.
see now that
Yeah.
women,
It's not funny, it's
so
true.
girls after a certain age can't get into school, even though they promised the UN or whomever that they were going to do that.
Well, we all knew that was bullshit.
Right.
I mean, that was like
there are
turned
certain
our
people
backs
in
on them.
Washington
Yeah.
that didn't. Strength training for energy. So if that helps as far as getting your energy level up. Break for broccoli.
Oh my
nut
God,
sugar.
your muscle mass. Go back up. That was depressing. Your muscle mass declines every year after the age of 30.
yeah.
Yes.
Ugh.
So you're at your prime right now.
I'm at 9
Oh,
years
no,
over
that's
that.
right, Yeah.
Yeah. Wait till you get to our age.
Oh,
Yeah.
Keep working out.
Yeah. Got to work out.
But I have
Build-
to go to
build that
that
muscle.
donuts place too.
Yeah. Yeah. Break
That-
for broccoli, nut sugar.
That's fat, not muscle.
They say next time you're feeling into an afternoon slump, reach for the low fat,
Low flat.
low fat, low sugar Greek yogurt with nuts and raisins, scrambled eggs and spinach,
That sounds good.
slow cooked oatmeal,
Nope.
green salad with chicken,
That sounds
and
good.
a turkey salad with
Turkey
lettuce
sandwich.
wrap instead of bread.
That sounds good too. Hey, we need to make those turkey wrap things again.
What muscle mass? That's
And then they obviously say, you should always drink plenty of fluids.
Yes.
water. Drink water.
Water.
And then you should consider supplements.
Yes.
That's when he picks up the.
So you're
The
telling
whiskey.
me that my bourbon cream does not count?
No.
Your bourbon cream is delicious. but,
Yes, it is.
That's me and Wendy's today.
Where are you
are
guys?
drinking the
Where
other
are you
one.
guys finding this?
We can't find it
We
anywhere.
can't get it anywhere.
Really?
Yes.
Seriously, we've looked everywhere. It is
Been
not
trying to
out
buy
here.
mom a bottle for a month
Ever.
now. We can't find it anywhere.
Don't get mom hooked on this stuff.
Oh, she'll love
She's
it.
gonna love
my
it.
God.
We can't find it anywhere. I'll have to give you money today, and when you guys come back tomorrow, bring me like 3 bottles.
Did you glue this thing shut?
No, it's just it gets a little sticky.
A little?
Hey, there's a man next to you who has
Christine.
muscles. That's what they're there for.
It's true, Christine.
My brains have gone south real quick. Yeah, it happens. Yeah.
Holy crap! I can't open this.
Okay, I don't feel so
Your
bad.
cat's
then.
gonna unplug their
Give it to
camera
Keith, he's
at
been
some
working.
point.
He went to the gym today.
I've been drinking.
Okay, if we lose the other camera, it could be a cat problem.
That's sticky.
We have for the quiz of the week. You tell me when
Okay.
you're ready. But
I'll
we
run it
have a
underwater.
quiz of the week that's called.
I'll
That's,
run it underwater.
so the quiz of the week is based on social etiquette and
hell
good
did you glue
manners.
it? We're not ready yet, though.
We're not ready yet?
No.
Oh, we're not doing the quiz yet? Okay.
We are doing. Well, we are doing the quiz.
Okay.
Oh, we do. What whiskey is that, by the way?
That is the Four Roses.
Yeah, the Four Roses.
All right,
you
so
guys
turn this
got
off.
All right, let's turn
Nice
that
cap.
off. Why was that cap on so tight? Is that an old bottle?
No, it was.
It's not.
It
It's not relatively
that one?
new.
Oh.
It's the end of what we had, like, I don't know, 3 weeks ago or something.
Do you want some whiskey there?
Sure, I'll try a little bit. Boris. What?
Boris, change your name.
Look like a
40-year-old
40-year-old wrestler.
wrestler.
I'm not, Ken, I don't even know how to take that.
You got to
Is
meet.
that good or bad?
You got to meet Ken one of these days.
That would be awesome to meet Ken.
Talk about a guy who's got
this.
a shit ton of knowledge and will definitely catch your ear for a long time.
Oh, really?
Yeah, he's
All
got
right. So he
a
sounds
crap
like
ton
my
of
kind of
knowledge.
guy.
Oh yeah, you would definitely enjoy having conversations with Ken.
Oh, she's
Very
she's
smart.
heated it up. She got it open.
Did you heat
All
it
right.
up?
Yeah,
Nice.
she got it open.
All right.
It is a little sticky.
It is
Yes.
really sticky. Like,
Well, we'll
Jesus.
polish it off tonight. We won't
Yeah,
have
it's
to
not
worry,
like there's.
worry
I think
about
there's
it.
one shot
won't have to
per
close it
for
again.
everybody in there. Yeah,
You guys
if
have
we're
the other
lucky.
stuff, so those are for me and Wendy.
Yeah, I don't think that's. It's not a lot to go very far.
That's okay.
Is it cold?
Next week will be the strawberry.
It was till we ran into the hot water.
No, I didn't get the bottom worm.
Ken says it's bad, John.
It's bad.
See, there you go, Christine.
For
You're
Christine,
absolutely right.
you.
So,
All right,
Tink.
so it's.
oh, it smells good. Have you tried this before?
No, I've never had this before.
Where'd you get it?
You guys got
From Lindsay?
Where'd you get- oh, is that the one you got?
downstairs from Lindsay?
Oh. I'm telling you, you did not show me.
I
that.
showed you the bottle because I showed you the roses and I was like, look how pretty the roses are. You said, oh, that's nice.
I don't remember it.
Oh.
I just don't remember it.
Oh.
She said roses, and you just tuned out, huh?
You're not going to try it?
It smells awful. It's
does
because you were in
smell
Vegas
awful.
with your hooker, huh?
What? Would you bought us bad whiskey? Is that what you're saying?
Probably.
God
Oh,
damn.
I
that
just bought it
might
for the
be-
bottle.
Might be spiked.
Well, cheers, everybody.
All
Tink,
right, cheers. Here's to our Friday night crowd.
A lot of silence.
Holy cow.
So how is it? I'm not sure if that's good or bad.
Let me see.
So let's compare it. What
It's
It's a little rough.
it's a
is
little
rough?
rough.
Okay. So it
I'm
needs
saying it's
to-
rough.
It needs to air out a little bit.
Yeah.
Probably.
It
It's a
needs to
little-
mellow.
Yeah, that
So
burns.
we'll leave the bottle
Yeah,
out
it's
for-
got to
oh, yeah,
mellow
I'm
in a.
not
It's
sure.
got the only way that's mellowing is in a barrel.
That
If
burns.
that's,
That's
That
See, I
burns,
just-
huh?
I just bought it for the.
that's a little rough.
Good
Yeah.
job, Costco.
Even for a bourbon.
Yeah,
Yeah,
that is.
That's
Okay.
a bourbon?
Yeah,
Yeah,
that's a
that's a
bourbon,
bourbon.
and I don't. Taste
That's a
it.
scotch.
Yeah, that does not taste like a bourbon whatsoever.
No. That tastes like a scotch all the way.
Yeah,
Let me
that
do
is
this.
not.
That's like Johnny Walker.
Whoops.
Oh shit.
That's why I keep paper
Well, you said it wasn't that good anyway, so
That's why I keep it. Did you really mix it?
that's how I'm gonna taste it.
It's a bourbon
No,
cream.
it's not. You just
Oh, that is like super bourbon cream.
you just destroyed your bourbon, your cream, by the way, by doing that.
Well, that might mask it enough.
I just
'Cause
destroyed
the
my
cream is
cream.
going to be heavy enough that it might mask that.
That sounds like a boy problem.
You got my mouth all whiskeyed up now.
You sure it's not creamed?
It's all liquored up. It's not cream. Don't hit anything. You might cut us
Ooh.
off. Jesus.
We're good. I'm so
Oh, my
sorry.
God.
It might not be the cat who
This show.
disconnects
This
it.
show's
I'm
gonna
so
go to
sorry.
shit real quick.
Keep your shit on your side.
You were the one who spilled.
Okay.
I want to see
Drink
this.
it.
I
Hold on.
didn't spill my
Hold on.
ranch though. At
Zoom in just to you guys.
least I didn't. No, because it's not even whiskey. It's cream.
We're ready.
You gonna ask me what a
He wants
woman
to see
is?
the face.
You gonna ask me what a woman is?
Yes.
No, he wants to see the face. Let's see the face.
No, it's okay with the cream.
Yes. Yeah. I
Kinda
bet the-
kills
I
it.
bet-
That was
I
a,
bet.
that was a total letdown.
I bet the cream was just heavy enough that it masks.
It
You want me
Masked
to
it.
take the rest of yours?
that-
Try
Yeah.
it. See what you think. I mean, I'll drink it. If it doesn't burn going down, it's not worth drinking. Amen.
I would,
No.
Christine, I would disagree.
That's
with that.
not true, Christine.
You guys may have a drinking problem.
There is no
Hey,
problem.
I didn't spill my
Maybe a
ranch,
little bit.
Robert.
There is no problem.
We have no problem
Yeah.
drinking.
Trevor.
Robert Steven.
Trevor.
Something we learned today.
Sandovis. What was his last name?
Nastavad.
Nastavad. Literally a company he owns.
Drink your whiskey.
Oh, really?
He
Drink your
named-
whiskey. Zoom in.
Oh, wait. Hold on. Oh, shit.
Can't do this fast?
I lost a mouse. Now I got it.
She doesn't have the face.
My mouse got
I didn't
wicked.
Oh,
drink it.
wait. Oh, okay. Here we go.
And Christine, I will say
It's
this.
not as bad as it was. I mean, oh, there we go. There we go. There
Christine-
it is. There it is.
Christine, I will say that this burns a lot.
It does. That
Oh
This
my
has-
God.
This
My
has
tongue's
no
numb.
this has no mellow
Oh, yes,
whatsoever.
Rob said the problem is he's not there. Well, you
I
should have came over.
know.
You
You know,
could've-
you know,
You're
and
only
whose
like a
fault
block
is
away,
that,
and you
Robert?
know Mom already kicked you out.
It's all in the burn. Well, this burns. This one burns.
No, I will disagree because really good whiskey.
Ugh,
Shouldn't
should
Some of
not
my
burn.
some of my favorite whiskeys are really so mellow. They are just.
Oh my God. My tongue's numb. Give the rest to Wendy.
Don't light a match. No shit. You're right. You're right about that.
I could be a flamethrower.
Oh, that's interesting.
Hey, when you did baton, did you have the flame batons?
No, I didn't get to that level.
It's
I
so
quit
exciting.
before then.
See, I could get my flame baton.
There you go. And it would just like.
Oh my god!
All right. We ready to do the quiz or what?
You
Oh,
Are you
want to do
ready
the
yet?
quiz? We can do the quiz.
Yeah, we'll leave some time at the end for talking. So
Okay.
Uh,
Yeah.
hey,
Usually
we have a
we're like,
hooker.
we do have a hooker of the week.
We have a
we
hooker.
have a hooker.
We have a hooker this week.
Well,
Ooh.
we always have a
All right,
hooker.
do the hooker.
You want to do the hooker?
Do the
We
hooker.
always have a hooker.
Ooh.
All right. Let's do.
Who's the hooker?
Let's do our
Now
hooker
that
of
my
the
tongue
week.
is
There's a reason for that.
All right.
That's really bad.
So
Oh.
mentioned many times tonight, we chose our hooker of
The
the week
infamous.
to be,
What's her name?
and I thought this was great. Oh man.
Oh, I love that.
Literally, no, I can't.
And she said that. She said, I can't answer. It's like,
Can you provide
really?
a definition for the word woman?
I mean, I didn't
What?
see this. I did. I mean,
I watched it on YouTube and I just
watched
sat
it.
there.
I
Well-
watched it live and it was ridiculous.
And she tried to make it sound like the question was out of context, right? I
Yes.
mean,
Oh yeah, like
yeah,
she.
so,
but-
No,
so
I
Marsha
can't.
Blackburn, who is the senator from Tennessee, she asked if it was not.
Leading in any way
Yeah, there was nothing. She was not trying. She literally, can you give me the definition
of
of
a woman.
And she paused for a second and she goes,
Yeah, it was like a 30-second pause.
and she goes, no, Senator, I cannot. I am not a biologist.
So my question is, why would she be asked that question at?
Well,
well, they've
in the
asked all
first
sort
place,
of random
the
questions.
question was leading up to the fact that there are certain I'm trying to think of exactly where it was going at that point. They were leading along the fact of
There's certain discretions you're going to have to make, certain decisions you're going to have to make.
yeah,
as
because
you're
she
in
is
this
very
seat.
pro CRT. She's very pro
She is pro CRT.
yes, she's very pro in leniency towards
Pedophiles. I saw that. And I was
pedophiles
like, what?
and child pornography cases.
Yeah, that
I mean,
to
she
me
argued.
is like
She argued with Lindsey Graham over if you look at child pornography for 15 minutes, you should not be able to. You shouldn't have to go to jail for 50 years. And he's like, yes, you should.
If
Right.
you
If
search,
you click on, I mean, if you clicked on something and you saw and you realize 5 seconds in, this is not what I'm supposed
Right.
oh,
Get me
I
out,
mean,
get
we've
me
all
out.
accidentally, clicked
Yeah.
on
the oh
something we
shit
shouldn't,
moment.
right?
Yeah. And you're
But-
like, oh, where the hell
but
am I?
15 minutes? And Lindsey Graham was like losing his mind. Hell yeah, you should go to jail.
15 minutes.
And she
Let's
was
just
like,
let's
"Yep."
just
And she's like, "Yep, that shouldn't sentence you to
That's
50
two-
years in jail."
two
And so they
hookers
were-
can get you in 15
they
minutes.
were-
What
and
are you
they were-
doing?
And they were leading down the path of male versus female and something, and I forget exactly off the top of my head. I can't remember because the Lindsey Graham thing kind of threw me. And then Marsha Blackburn asked the question, "Can you define a woman?" And she had that, and then it was just that awkward, long, pregnant pause.
Like, what is my correct
And,
answer?
"No, Senator, I can't. I am
Not a biologist.
not a biologist." And it was like, really?
That was a dumb question.
5 minutes should.
Yeah,
2
dumb
minutes
answer.
should, Rob. 2 minutes. Go to his next one.
I will.
2 minutes
Which
should.
I agree with Bios to Books on that, but she's in. I mean, she's not.
Yeah,
Not
they're
gonna
gonna
get
vote her
in,
in
right?
regardless.
Yeah, they're going to vote her in.
Yeah.
And,
Yeah.
and again, it goes back to the fact that
All
they
they're really
basically
doing
told her
is
was
making
just don't
her.
answer anything crazy. I mean, obviously that's the craziest thing that she was doing what she was told to do, and don't answer anything.
Right, but it made her look stupid.
But it made her look very,
Incompetent.
inept. Yeah.
Yeah.
And so,
Yeah.
I mean, that's going to be the big takeaway for years to come. Judge, can you define a woman? No, Senator, I can't. That'll be the clip that'll play for her for the
Forever.
next 20 years.
Well, here's the funny thing that I found interesting. So, everybody on the left is all like, well, those questions, shouldn't have been asked. And they're just going off
Well, what
on,
should have been
on
asked
how
then?
bad her hearing was. But then you think about, go back to Kavanaugh,
Oh my god.
and you think about all the bullshit that came out with that.
So if you go, I
Right?
mean, if you watched any of the early stuff, and so, I mean, I understand where they were going. And so, but I'm going to say shame on most of the GOP senators because of the fact that they sat there and they grieved they aired their grievances on where Amy Coney Barrett and Kavanaugh's hearings went and the direction they went. And, the whole Amy Coney Barrett and the dogma, asked her about her religion and being Catholic, and says the dogma lives in you or something, whatever the phrase was, by one of the Democratic senators. And it was like really kind of just very odd. And they aired their grievances about that during their time. And it's like, and I get it. And I actually saw a great interview with that Cawthorn Madison or something like that. He's a Republican representative in a wheelchair for North Carolina.
Okay.
And he talks about, so he is now the official youngest representative in Washington. Shout out to Operation Underground Railroad. Everybody should get involved. Absolutely.
What is it?
I was just gonna ask.
If I'm understanding it, that is one of the ones that's trying to get people out of Ukraine.
Oh, okay.
Okay.
I think I'm sure Rob will correct me if that's, but I know there are several of them. There's a
Oh yeah.
there's a project, Dynamo, and there's a project, I'm having another brain fart. There was another one that I know of. There's actually about a half dozen or so that are trying to get people out of Ukraine. And it's they're going above and beyond trying to get, sex trafficking. That's right. Yep. That's it. So,
Okay.
but it's just, these senators wasted their time grieving their, kind of airing their grievances about the fact that this wasn't going to go that. And it was like, really, you guys kind of made it that, even though you're sitting there and saying, we are not going to sit here and talk crap about how we're not going to do this.
Yeah.
And I was like, really, guys? I mean, granted, but this Madison, Representative Madison, he sat there and he had a really down to earth. If you ever get a chance to look up Warrior Poets Society on YouTube, love them. It's very down to earth. Very, kind of, the guy's next ranger, if I remember correctly, that runs it. And I actually want you to watch the video from this guy, because he talks about going to Washington and really, the craziness that is Washington, D.C., and that people are sitting there and they're making these laws against drug trafficking, and then they're turning around and afterwards you're seeing them at bars and parties, and they're snorting cocaine.
Yeah.
And it's like, you know, and the craziness that goes on, and they think that they are literally above the law. And then when you sit there and you do, you know, and it's all these different things, you know, and it's all about just trying to keep that job, because for a lot of them, and he makes a very good point, he goes, for a lot of these people, this is the best job they've ever had.
Yeah.
Oh, I'm sure.
And so they find dirt, they you know, dirt on somebody, on one of your political opponents, whether on your
gold.
whether on your side or not on your side, is gold, because of the fact that now you use that dirt, and you don't use it once, you use it repeatedly.
Yep.
And then you spread that dirt to everybody else, so that way that same dirt, now everybody can use that same dirt. Because if you, and he used the example, he said, you know, so somebody goes out and they have an affair, and the wrong person finds out. So now all of a sudden, the last thing you want that to happen is for that to go home. And so now one of your political opponents holds that dirt, and you're going to vote for what I want, so that way I don't tell your wife or your husband. And then next thing you know, now
That's called blackmail.
That is called blackmail. It is,
Mm-hmm.
and it's, you know, but on the other hand, now all of a sudden I tell you because we're out drinking, and so now you're saying you're going to go back to that person and go, hey, I heard that you were doing this, and now you're going to vote for my thing, and it turns into this whole incestuous type. It's crazy. I mean, and the thing they talk about, he talks about orgies and crap, and it's this.
The point is just be clean, you know.
The entire
live a
city of
decent
Washington
life.
needs to be flushed.
Yes.
The entire city needs to be flushed.
Well, that's why they won't release what's her name, Maxwell's diary.
Yeah.
Because
Right?
I think it incriminates a lot of
Too many of them.
leaders
Yeah.
and
Oh, yeah.
celebrities
Nobody's
that
gonna let that go.
It's amazing that I guess maybe that power that you feel when you get into politics. I mean, politicians do some real shitty stuff. I mean,
Yes, they
if
do.
You think about some of the things that they do, like morally, it's corrupt, right? I mean,
Oh, absolutely.
I don't know how
it's
they
just
live with
right.
themselves.
It's
Like,
just
how can you be
crazy.
okay with that?
It's crazy.
But again,
it's
you're-
like an
you're
old
talking
boys
about-
club.
But see,
Right.
once you get, and I'm talking about just basic human nature here. Once you get to that level where you think you are
Untouchable.
superior to everybody else, and you don't think that you're going to fall off that pedestal, quote unquote, then you know you basically just look down on everybody else and go,
Right.
well, that's for the little people. That has nothing to do with
With
me.
me.
Right.
Yeah.
And so, you know, and you feel like your job, I guess, is to govern the little people. And this is where it's now there's a scary thing out there, because I see I see an ad for some kind of documentary. I mean, I get it. It's probably more or less a political hit piece. But it does talk about several. And I mean, when I say several, like hundreds of people in Washington that are they're on the Chinese payroll, probably the best way to
Oh,
put it.
yeah.
Yeah.
And so these are from senators to Congress people to, you know, in and around the White House, to judges, to, you know, whatever, bureaucrats and stuff like that. And, you know, even that Hawthorne Madison, he goes on to, and I hope I'm getting the name right. He even talks about the most dangerous of the people in Washington, all the different, you know, he talks about the rhinos, and he says the most dangerous are actually the bureaucrats, the fourth level of government. So because above all, the bureaucrats just want everything to either stay the same or embolden themselves more.
Right.
And so it's kind of an interesting, it was a very interesting YouTube video for, I don't know, 10, 15 minutes. I would encourage everybody to go take a look at it. Warrior Poet Society, and look up this video. It was, I don't know, a week or two ago is when it was published. Great video, actually, because he said it really opens his eye. He's a freshman Republican representative, and it really opened his eyes to the mess that is Washington.
Yeah.
Interesting.
Well, they say it's a swamp.
It is a swamp, and it is
Drain the
very much
swamp.
swamp, and they need to literally drain the swamp. They need to
We need to drain the swamp.
Not
We're the
only-
ones that vote them in.
well, I mean, he
Yes.
even points out, you know, he even points out the fact
100%.
that not only do you need to put term limits on the elected officials, you need to put term limits on the non-elected officials.
Absolutely.
Are we still
I
working
think
on trying
Lindsay
to get
needs more.
the I don't even get, man, not even a little taste of that.
Mm-mm.
You got that.
We got the shit that'll burn your ass.
Yeah, no, that's I am.
It'll burn the
No,
hair
let's
off.
put it
Here,
this
you want
way.
to dump a
Asshole.
little bit in
When
here
Keith
and
says no, that means
you know it's
no.
bad.
Yeah, it's got to be bad because he's got a way bigger.
His palate is a lot bigger.
Yeah, he's got a bigger window on what he's accepting for.
So you're
bourbon.
saying it's a good mixer.
That's a no.
That's what I
That's
hear.
a hard no.
It's a good mixer.
As Joanne says, that is a hard no.
That's hard. No.
So do I put it in the snifter and let it sit?
The snifter?
No, put that back in a barrel.
And
and
let
let
it
it
I have
sit
a
for
barrel.
another- so
You mean
put
put
that
it in the
back
barrel?
put it back in a charcoal
Oh, it's not
barrel
charred.
and let it sit for another 2 years.
All right, let's do our quiz.
All right, you
Okay.
ready for the quiz?
Yes.
All right, so you guys can play along at home.
Please remember to put your number on what number we're doing.
Yeah, when you
This
put your
is-
answer,
This
put
is
the
actually
number.
longer than most. This is 13 questions.
Oh,
if I
wow,
remember
okay.
correctly.
Hold on.
Oh, social etiquette and good manners.
Oh, this should be interesting.
Kathleen should get every one of these right.
Mom, I haven't even seen her on.
She was-
Rob's been
she's
chatting
on.
it up.
She's on.
Oh, she's been
She's been quiet.
Don't forget when you answer, please put the number with your answer so
she's
we know
been
which
throwing
one
water
you're
at
doing.
literally
Robert
say that.
for the last 2
I
hours.
know. I'm just reminding them because we're gonna wait till everybody answers to move on to the next
All
one. so.
right.
Okay.
All right. Let's do it.
All
All
right.
right. What does faux pas mean? Excuse me, social blunder, unknown to me. It's fine.
What me and Angela know is a faux pas is not any of those answers.
Then put what your best guess is.
I think we need the Jeopardy
I'm
music.
pulling
here.
up the
It is-
Jeopardy music
we need-
right now.
Christine says B.
There's like a long pregnant pause.
Rob
That's-
says B.
I don't know what that means.
Or we need crickets. There we go.
There you go.
There we go.
You should play Kid Rock's Biden song.
Right.
We'll do that on the exit.
There we go.
Kathleen says B. Ken says A.
Oh.
Miles the book says
Because
B.
the answer is unknown to me. But
Hey,
Are we
at least you're
ready?
honest about
I
it.
think we got everybody in there.
Yeah.
That's all we got.
Let's do it. What's the
All
right
right, a
answer?
social blunder.
All right.
Woohoo. Okay.
Wah.
The napkin goes on your lap when?
Oh boy.
Mm.
When the last guest sits, when the host or hostess sits, when the food is served, or the moment you sit down.
Wow, we're unanimous here.
Yeah, how about
A
that?
lot of D's.
Okay, everybody.
Well,
let's
see
hear
what
ya.
everybody at home says.
Make sure you put 2 in front of
Ooh.
your number or in front
Christine
of your
says C on this
answer.
one.
Angela, one was not C, and you know that. You know what it
Kathleen
is.
says C. Robert says A. Ken says D.
Wait. Kathleen said what?
C.
C.
Okay. I'm keeping track for Kathleen.
Waiting for bios to
Angela
books
just
here.
Okay.
put 2.
He's on his phone. We find out tonight he's on his phone doing
2, all
She
of
just
the
put
above,
2.
huh?
It's just 2.
Come on, bios to books. Get your answer up there.
Come on, Dan.
Okay.
Because he's Googling it.
D.
D.
Angela
D.
says C.
Angela says C.
Are we good?
Okay.
Yeah.
Let's do it.
The moment you sit
Bam.
down,
All
everybody,
right.
the moment you sit down, you should be putting your napkin in your lap.
Don't you do
Number
that?
3, when you're introducing yourself, which name should you say?
Probably
your
yours.
full given name, the name you want the others to call you by, and your last name, or both your full given name, the name you want to be called by, if it's different from your first name.
What the?
So my name is Robert Davidson. They call me Trevor.
Yes. Excellent example.
I'm Keith Davidson. Call me Boris.
My name's Keith Davidson. They call me Boris.
Man, I don't know.
Uh,
I'm gonna go with B on this one.
like, is this like a social introduction or
This
is this
according
business?
to books of etiquette, and I verify most of these answers with like 2 or 3 sources.
So this would be more business.
Oh, that's funny.
Such a Trevor answer.
You got B.
Oh crap! Hold on. Sorry.
Christine's saying C. What does Ken say? It's a
C.
habit. Eccentric.
Eccentric. Yeah, I know.
So we got
Just for the record, the last one, number 2, Kathleen got wrong.
As the book says B.
She's gonna hurt you.
Got some B's, got some C's.
No, I'm the son she never had.
She'll still hurt you.
She's had three.
She's gonna
I love the fact
snap.
that Keith does not even
Angela.
blink
I
when
like
say
Angela.
There is no E.
that. I
But
like the fact that I
There's
say
no
that.
D
Keith
either. I'm
doesn't
gonna go
even
with D.
blink.
See, no crap. Seriously.
Are we ready?
Yeah, I'll go
that's
back.
funny.
I was gonna pick D, but it wasn't up
The
there.
name you want the others to call you by and your last name.
Okay.
So my name is Boris Davidson.
Yes.
yes.
Oh, I like
Okay.
that.
Or Trevor.
Or Trevor.
Number 4, when introducing 2 people, you should
I
Always
know,
do
I
the
fall
man
down
first.
on
give
this
their
one.
names only. Give their names and a bit of information about each person, or give a bit of information about each person if that person is a family member.
No, that's just weird.
That's too much. That's
Wow.
just weird. I'm going A.
I mean,
This is my brother Trevor, and he lives in California, and he has 2
Yes.
kids, and
Yes.
What-
Nobody gives a shit.
nobody cares.
No.
Talk to him, and he'll tell you what he wants you to fucking know.
I will
Well,
say
it's
that,
just
but see, you see that. On the other hand, I had an uncle.
Rob's saying B. Christine's saying A. Interesting.
I had an uncle who sat there, and so he was a good Irishman, and he sat there and he would give you interesting, just 15 seconds worth of facts about everybody he ever talked about.
Kathleen says A.
Well, it
Angela
doesn't
says
need that.
A.
It can just be,
That's-
this is,
But
John.
you're introducing-
Keith, he
so
does
you're
security. If you ever need
introducing-
security, talk to Keith.
Right.
I mean, it was that. Are we ready?
But that's you choosing who you're going to
I didn't
talk
see
to.
Ken up there. Oh,
Like
that's
if
Ken.
I'm
Ken's got A.
introducing somebody,
He was the great, one of the greatest people I had ever met that did public speaking. You give him a microphone and he entertained the crowd. He would capture the crowd and he would entertain, keep them entertained. Oh, Wendy's changing.
Oh, Wendy's
her
changing
name.
it.
Changing.
Oh.
hey, that was after the music stopped.
I know.
Oh.
That was a
All right,
Boris
ready?
move.
Put it up there. It's a Boris.
That was a Boris
B,
move.
give their name.
I
like
should
She's
have
famous
said
That's what you
person.
get.
That's what I get.
Should've
Number
said it.
5, during an in-person conversation, what percentage of your message is delivered through your spoken
Oh,
word?
like nothing.
Oh, yeah.
7, 25, 38, or
Oh, that's
55%.
Like nothing.
Oh,
Yeah, she's going with B. I knew she was going to change the B, traitor.
I'm not sure.
Stop.
Let me know when we got all the answers out.
I'll put my answer down just to hear the song.
Christine says B.
Let me know when we're ready.
Ken says D.
Come on.
Dad
see your
says
answer.
D.
C. Bob. The book says C.
Mom says C.
Kathleen said C. I'm just keeping track.
Nobody's got A. Nobody picked A.
So are
That's
you
a
right
pretty
or
low
wrong?
number.
Okay,
B.
we're ready.
We're ready?
All right.
Ready?
7%.
Oh, damn it!
Man,
All right.
who got that right?
I did.
Me.
Not Kathleen.
Nobody.
What is the most gracious time to respond or RSVP to an invitation?
Right away.
Within 24 hours, within 1 week, no later than 1 week before the respond by, or any time before the respond by.
I'm going to.
When is the most gracious?
Oh, well, yeah. When you put it that way, then it's within 24 hours.
Yeah.
With from when
Never.
I got it, or from when the thing is happening?
You read it however you want.
Rob says never.
We didn't invite
Christine
you.
says D.
See, but this is my that's no. It's an unclear question.
How is it an
You
unfair question? This is
It's
a
an
very simple
unclear.
question.
No, what is the
very
most
No.
gracious?
Welcome
question.
to all of my testing.
Kathleen,
No.
please tell her
Because
this
it
is a
doesn't
very
say
simple
within 24
question.
hours of when. Right. That's why we don't
See,
invite you. You just
and
show
that
up.
does
I like
not
that.
surprise me. And
Because
Kathleen says
with-
6 days.
is it within 24 hours
Oh,
of when
60.
I received it or
Yeah.
of when the like event is?
When you
Anytime.
receive it. We'll
when
say,
you receive
yeah.
it. Okay.
We got wow. We got D's. Angel saying A.
I mean,
Just for the record, Kathleen was wrong on the last one.
Oh,
She's going to kill you.
She likes me. I'm the son that she never had.
You're working on it though.
there's gracious and then there's acceptable.
What is, according to
Gracious.
Yeah.
etiquette, what is the correct response? Are we ready?
oh, you guys are all going
Okay.
A. Okay, I like this.
Can I answer?
Do it.
Yeah.
Do it.
Within 24 hours of getting the response, of getting the invitation.
Thank you
Well-
for clarifying.
In real life, I fail on that.
All right, so this one I thought was hysterical because of the fact that Wendy has been through something similar to this. So someone passes gas, then says, "Excuse me, how should you respond?"
Oh,
God bless you.
Wendy actually had this happen in a job interview.
A job interview. The
Really?
guy farted. Yes.
Oh my God.
He didn't say anything. No, everybody was like shell shocked.
So should you say
Yes.
A?
Was it like loud?
So
like
A.
Yes. Yes.
Oh,
I'd have been
loud
like,
enough
"Good
for everybody
job."
to hear it. So A,
probably would've
do you
gotten fired
say
already
that's
if I
okay,
got
it
hired.
happens to all of us? B, try to keep the mood light by saying better you than me today. And C, don't see anything, acknowledge with a nod or smile to show you heard the person.
See, it says how should you respond? It doesn't say how would you
How
respond.
should
That's a whole
you
different answer.
Oh,
According to
man.
etiquette, how should you respond?
Can we all do a D and put our own answers
right.
on how we
No,
would?
that is not.
Oh, come on.
Christine says C. Ken says B.
Yeah, I'm gonna say C probably.
Bow's the book says C.
Should you respond?
Well, at least the person is saying, "Excuse me."
Angela says D.
The guy in the interview didn't say anything at all.
Everybody
Like it was
ignored
quiet
right?
or something?
Kathleen says C.
Like
We got a lot
nobody
of
heard
C's,
it.
a D.
And we're all like
Just
looking
for
at
the
each
record,
other like,
Kathleen got the
"Is
last
that
one
really
wrong
what,
again.
what it
Man.
was?"
Yes,
Angela, you can't pick D. There is no D. Stop cheating. Pull the spray out. Yeah, we need to do that.
See? There should be a
What do
D
you got,
where you
Rob?
put your
Oh,
own
Rob
I'm
Rob
all
says
for a
C.
good bless you, but you know.
All right, put it up. Let's see what we got.
Yeah.
All right.
All
Don't
right,
say
C.
anything. Acknowledge with a smile or nod that you show you heard the person.
So like this?
No, not that.
Okay.
No, you shouldn't do that. All right. Number 8. From which direction should you approach your dining table?
What?
The
From
north
the left
side?
of the chair, from the right of the chair, or either direction, but leave on the right.
Oh, I know this.
Yeah, we'll see.
Oh, this is interesting. This is new to me.
Yeah, we're gonna play a little
From
Hunter
the-
Hayes
yeah.
fancy
No.
hike.
From the right.
Hold on. From the
Oh,
right.
she's thinking of her etiquette classes.
You think she took etiquette classes?
Yes.
That went about as well as Catholic high school.
Right.
Oh, I know him.
We got B. Christine
I-
says B.
I'm going to be different,
Let me know when you want the answer.
even though I think it's wrong, but I'm just going to be different.
I was going to say the north side, but you know.
Rob, keep that answer because that might come in handy in the next few.
Okay.
Ken's got C.
You got to send me this playlist. I'm
I'm just
digging
pulling
this.
up random whatever
Just
looks
pulling up
good on
random
my
songs.
phone.
There is, and it's not with like your tongue out licking the
Where's
table.
Ken's answer? Because I'll bet you money Ken is approaching from underneath just because that's the way he wants to.
You
Yeah.
got a lot of C's.
What'd Kathleen say?
Nothing. Yeah, she's afraid to because you keep
She's
telling her
afraid
she's
to
wrong.
because she's
Yeah,
been wrong.
you're calling
I told
her
you.
out.
I said this was this. I told her earlier at dinner this was all written for Kathleen. I expected her to get 100% on this.
I think she's tapped out. So I'm out.
Yeah, she's done.
Done.
She's over playing with you. She
Done.
ain't playing with you no more.
She's not playing anymore.
She grabbed her John Voodoo doll and she's stabbing it right now, probably.
That's what that
problem in my
smell
chest right
is.
now.
Oh, she's saying C.
She's
We've
hitting
got a lot
her
of C's.
app on the phone for your pacemaker.
All right, let's do it.
Are we ready?
What is
All
it?
right. From the left
What?
of the
Oh.
chair.
Really?
That's interesting.
And
Well,
Lindsay
that's how
got
they
that
serve
wrong.
you.
Lindsay's,
So what is the left of the chair? Would that be this side?
as
Yeah.
you walk up to the table, should be on the left
on the left.
side,
This
of the,
side
chair.
of the chair.
Everybody
Yeah.
should always be on the left side of the chair.
Because that's how they serve you, correct?
And unfortunately, there's a lot of information that I can't put on here
Yeah.
because we're limited to without it being really tiny letters.
Right.
But yes, I read at 3 different locations where it said that you were approached the table
From the
and you're
left
supposed
side
to-
of the chair.
correct.
But your like serving spoons are on your right hand side, which
that
is
has
the
no
side
that has
which
no
is the
bearing.
side you should come up on because that's the side where your drink glass and everything's on.
This is society from like 100 years ago.
Who
Don't
the
talk to
hell
Dad,
made
me.
these
these are
rules?
your people.
Right, Dan? Who made these?
Same people that made the emojis.
Where does the
No.
boss sit? Yeah, so Dan wants the emoji quiz come back,
Yeah,
right?
Yeah, the emojis
So
are
in a
not the
limo.
same people.
In a limo,
Okay.
where does the boss sit?
The boss.
Where does the boss sit in a limo? Little do you know that there are things that are actually dictated by this, right? Does he sit in the does he
Apparently.
or she sit on the left, the middle of the right, of the back,
Ooh.
or
The
their
front,
choice?
the front middle, which isn't an answer. So
I'm going to say wherever the hell they sit and they tell you where to sit.
is where you sit.
Exactly.
I'm gonna.
Rob says the driver's seat.
Right.
Oh, you and I are totally opposite.
Did
So
you
what do you-
like it the back left?
Wow. You must like the middle then. huh?
I do.
Let me know when
All
we
right.
want the answer.
Christine says D. Rob says C. Ken
Angela
says
says
D.
where he wants.
Kathleen says D.
Angela says D. Bios the book says A. I think we got everybody.
Ready?
I don't see Ken. Oh, yeah, Ken's up
Ken's
there.
up there.
All right, do it.
Back right. The
Oh.
back and farthest
None of
right
us.
seat in a limo
Rob
is
got it
considered
right.
the power seat. Next person in the power line comes the back left, and the most junior is in the middle.
Oh.
Okay, so now
Well,
my question
Good job,
is,
Rob.
And if you go back and you look, and I actually had to go and check a couple of videos
Of course you
of
did.
movies,
Mm.
and if you look in the movies, the back right seat is always where the boss sits.
okay,
Because
so
that's the first person out.
Because it's the first person.
Oh, that's
So-
brilliant.
And that's exactly why it's always the first person out. And so if you look, whether it's a president in the back of a limo, if it's a CEO in the back of the video, if it's
They're
a
the first
celebrity in the
person
back,
out.
okay.
it's always the first person out of the limo. Is
So if I
gonna
gotta
be the
take somebody out in a
most
limo, I know
important
to take
person
out
in
the
the
first
video.
person that comes
Huh.
out.
or most,
Interesting.
not video, most important person in the limo.
Yes,
So,
Rob, you got it right.
what is the proper way
We
to
also
move?
just learned-
So Rob, what is the proper way to move to your seat in a theater?
As loud as you can be.
Just scoot by as quick as possible, facing away from the person sitting, facing the person sitting, or climbing over the seat.
I like climbing over the seats, you know.
Well,
I
that's
would-
what,
See,
that's what
always
Rob's
odd,
gonna
though.
say.
Like, do you put your ass in somebody's face?
Oh, I do
or
all
do you
the
put your
time.
vagina in somebody's
that's
face?
what Rob's gonna
Like,
say.
what do you put?
If people don't kind of like scoop back or stand up, yeah, I'll put my ass in their
Well, even
face.
if you do scoop back or scoot up, right? So that's why you always sit there, Rob. I knew that.
Rob's saying D.
Of
I like
course,
that answer.
of course, Rob is.
Climbing over
I
seats.
don't know.
I'm
The
gonna say
proper
this.
way. The proper
That's
way.
appropriate for
I
tonight's
see,
episode.
I'm just coming up with all sorts of things. here.
That's appropriate. Who else said B? Kathleen said B. Angela says A.
Okay.
Christine says C.
Okay, what does mom say? B?
B.
Okay.
She's going with me on this one. Come on, Bios.
Let's see your answers.
Dog
Are we
licking.
ready?
No.
No,
Dad hasn't.
we're waiting on Dan and his phone.
Sit the
Dad
very
said
to the row
C.
into the time. Ken
I
says
like
A.
that.
All right, let's do
Yeah,
it.
I like
Let's
that
reveal the
answer.
answer.
Don't put your butt in their face.
Oh, I always do.
You got
So
a
you put your
face them?
vagina in their face and your
Don't
titties?
put your butt in their face.
Yeah, I don't know how I feel about that.
Number 11. Which way do plates get passed at the table?
Oh, left to right.
Clockwise.
No order, clockwise, counterclockwise, or to whom picks up the dish first?
Really? You think it's clockwise? I always thought it was counterclockwise.
I always thought it was clockwise.
Uh-huh. We have a
Hold, please.
disagreement.
Trying to figure out. Oh,
Oh.
Oh, did the puppy
Oh.
fart?
You passed the interview. You didn't pass the interview.
That was
You're not
not
supposed to make
me.
that noise. You're not supposed to say anything.
I didn't say
You
anything.
go back to what chair we were talking about.
I'm gonna go.
The hell is this? Amy Grant?
Yeah.
Real life from boy meets girl.
Yeah, you can turn that off.
Really?
Yeah, it's pretty girly.
You got
Oh.
B.
Oh, this is the intro to the 80s video.
Are we talking about paper plates? No. We got B's. Everybody's going with B, man.
No,
That's a good song.
what the hell song is that?
That's the big
Why are
song.
you
It's
talking
another
very
80s.
nasally?
Because the dog farted
It
over
doesn't
here.
smell anymore.
Let me know when we're ready.
Okay.
Now we're still waiting on
Who are we
Mom.
waiting on?
Mom.
Dad,
Rob
Rob
says
says C,
C.
but Rob, you
We
didn't
got
put
a
what number.
B.
The book
Another
says C.
Mom says B.
Mom says
Okay,
B. I think we got
B.
everybody, right? Angela didn't say.
let's do it.
All right. Okay, let's
Oh, where
see
is Angela? Come on. Hey, okay.
All right.
Counterclockwise.
Oh, you were right, Keith.
I had to sit here and think about it.
In a proper society, what is considered a weekend? Now, I'm going to paraphrase. I'm going to preface this on
Like
the fact
Thursday to
of
Tuesday.
we're talking about like spending the weekend somewhere.
What's
Oh,
a
I thought-
proper society?
Oh, like if you go out of town.
If you're going
or
to go out of town and
something.
you're going to spend the night, because a lot of this talked about, spending the night with friends who invited you to come stay, blah, blah, blah. Right. So what is considered the weekend? Friday evening to Sunday evening, Saturday morning to Sunday evening, Friday evening to Sunday morning, or Friday afternoon or Saturday lunch to Monday morning.
I'm going with A on this.
Hmm. I like A.
I'm so confused.
Have
I
another
am
beer.
too. I am too.
Number 12.
So we have
guys.
two A's and a C
We got a
here
C.
in the studio.
Christine says C. We got a lot of animals in the studio tonight.
I know. And they're all like by me.
Yeah, because when you pet them on.
Nope. Rob says A.
Ken
says A.
Christine says C. Mom says C.
Who's buys the books?
He's Googling it.
What's a weekend?
Yeah, Rob, you don't even know what that means.
Come on, Angela. You and Ken got to
She
throw
goes,
it up
huh?
there. Oh, Ken's
Hey,
got
we
We
A.
don't know
Your
what a weekend
answers.
is either.
Buys the book says C.
Come on, Angela.
Okay, who are we missing?
Angela.
Just waiting on Angela to
Come
make
on,
a
Angela.
guess.
Pick one.
Let's see your answer.
A.
Hey,
All right.
let's do it.
All right.
D, really?
D.
Wow.
Really?
Last question.
Hey, I'm gonna go with that for work. Be like, it's Monday. I can't work.
Right, I
I'm
can't
so
work.
Yeah,
sorry.
right.
It's still the weekend.
Who is the best chaperone?
My answer was Jewish.
So number 13. Who is the best chaperone for a young girl?
Nobody.
Her father, her mother, her grandmother, or her own dignity and pride?
Ooh.
Ooh.
Oh, this is interesting. Yeah.
This is-
Ooh.
These are considered what's true.
So, what time
That's a
era
no
are
sign.
we talking
She's gonna
about?
be a hooker all
Doesn't
she
matter.
wants in her
Does it-
own dignity and
does-
pride.
Does
I'm
etiquette
going.
ever change?
I'm going.
Yeah, because
that's true.
way back in the day, they didn't
Of course, you're
let
gonna pick that.
a young girl go
What are you
unchaperoned.
With a
siding
shot-
with Rob
with
right
a
now?
shot? No, with a shotgun. Best chaperone ever.
I have an A, B, and D in the studio.
Ken
Angela
says
says B.
Angela
Oh
says
Lord,
B.
for you, absolutely, Angela.
Bias the
Damn.
book says C.
Ken says A.
And our family, C probably is the best choice. But, you know.
You wouldn't have any grandbabies if you had that. What is with the 70s music?
Kathleen says A.
You got a problem with 38 Special?
I do.
Very special is awesome.
38
Yeah.
Special is awesome.
What is a 38 special? It's a gun, but
a
it's not
band.
music.
It's also
It's a
one of the
band.
It's a
greatest.
band.
One of
It's
the greatest
also one of the
bands
greatest
ever.
Southern rock
Yeah.
bands ever.
They're awesome.
Oh, you gotta listen to them.
Southern rock. And the whole reason why they're called 38 Special
I
is
heard
because
you.
they had to break into a studio once and they got a 38 Special pointed at them.
Ken says A. I think we got everybody up there now.
Okay.
Ready?
Yep.
Let's see it.
Robert says me in a
For
shotgun.
own dignity and pride.
Really?
I answered this wrong myself.
Wow.
Damn it. I was going, did you pick A?
I picked A. I
Etiquette.
figured, it's got to be her father.
Nope.
Son of a bitch.
Because they taught women that you had to stand up for yourself. It was your own decisions. That's why when you were a
Well,
woman
the whole
who
point
didn't,
is, but see, you've been conditioned that they have to have a chaperone. There needs to be a chaperone.
no, they don't.
This is something that goes back to
That's
even
new.
movies that I've seen, but I mean old classic movies from the 40s talk about chaperones.
Right. That's why I asked
And
what
it's
time
like-
period.
Wait a minute.
Nope.
So
Christine's like,
Rob,
really?
the question, yeah, Christine, really. I actually
Yeah.
looked this up. So Rob, the question is grandmother on which side?
Probably both.
Probably both.
Both grandmothers are scary.
Really?
Does it matter?
Grandmothers know how to
Sometimes
bring
it
down,
does.
They know how to
Okay.
bring down the axe.
That was interesting. That was an
I thought that
interesting
was,
quiz. Yeah.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Right? Ken, you're absolutely right.
Why do you
Yep.
think Jordan ran away?
Yeah.
Just saying.
Thank
Far
God.
Far away. She went far away, so Kenny
Ken,
wouldn't
I will
stop her.
say 100 times, and I'll say it 100 times. I've said it 100 times, and I'll say it 100 times again. I am glad I raised two boys.
So is mom.
Yeah. Right.
Glad she only had 3
Yeah.
boys.
Yep.
I don't
can't-
think she'd handle, girl. My God, could you imagine her daughter? She'd be cleaning the house with a toothbrush. She'd
What
be
can't he take anymore? What is it that he thinks he can't take? Mom's side, have you met my mom? I have met your mom. Tonight, I was.
She's the crazy 75-year-old woman who is on her hands and knees scrubbing the brand new house's track for the sliding glass door because
was
it's
the-
dirty.
But see, I was the one that was telling her earlier today. I was saying, hey, I'll be the son that you never had.
That is true.
Can
She'll
you
beat you
believe
just
it's
like all the
past
other ones.
8:30?
Yeah, I know. I was going to say.
We
Oh
had
my
fun.
God, it's 8:37.
Yeah.
We are over. We are out of time, folks. We want to thank everybody for joining us tonight. Please don't forget, go share and subscribe on YouTube, on
Angela, you were so close.
Getter, on Gab, on Twitter, on Instagram, on what else am I missing?
Find us someplace.
LinkedIn. We're everywhere. You can find us.
We're on LinkedIn.
Out of
Really?
all-
we're on
really?
LinkedIn.
Are we really on LinkedIn? All right,
LinkedIn?
that just freaks me out.
Get
Well,
out.
it's under RCJ Productions, but I
Yeah, because
I
we can't be under
advertise-
costume.
I
Okay.
advertise Club Table Crown.
No,
Okay.
Rumble.
So-
Just go to
So-
Rumble.
Go to
Rumble
Rumble.
is-
We need
Angela
support
wanted
on
all
Rumble.
is the
boys.
place.
She minused by 3.
We got to build our Rumble, guys. Come on, help us out. with
Rumble
Rumble.
is the place.
We have to.
There's
We got it.
me on Rumble right now. John, you left me.
And then once we get Truth Social up and
It's just
running,
me.
hopefully we can
I'm
do
Hey,
that too.
I am
I am
Rumble.
on Truth Social
I don't know how the hell you got. We did it like 2 weeks before.
because I am a hooker
You-
and I know how to get
Wow.
shit done.
Apparently.
I am
You
still
want me to
live
use
on
yours?
Rumble, so I don't know why it only says one.
It's just me.
Crazy.
They like
crazy,
you.
crazy.
It's okay.
But thank you so much for everybody for tuning in. We really appreciate it. Christine's on Rumble.
Not watching right now. She's on YouTube, obviously.
It's not showing. It's not showing correctly. Then
Yeah, it's probably not showing correctly.
Probably
It never
doesn't.
does anyway.
Well, it like followers.
damn
We
it,
have
Rumble! Come on.
followers.
We got at least 3 people on
I
there.
don't know.
We
Rumble
have
needs to help us
followers.
out a
We
little
just
bit.
don't have people watching. Like
Right.
it just
We
says
got a
we
lot
have
of
one
followers.
watching.
We got a lot of Rumbles going on too. But as always, we want to say thank you to our veterans, our military personnel, our first responders, and our healthcare workers.
Yes.
As always, thank you so much for what you do. And until next time, this is Coffee Table Chronicles. Everybody have a great weekend. Don't do anything we wouldn't do.
Don't be a biologist.
Don't be a biologist. We need to like end with a phrase of the day or something. We got to figure that out.
Don't be a hooker.
Don't be a hooker. There you go.
Oh, what was I supposed to?
Phrase of the week.
We were supposed to, go out with a certain music, right?
Oh, we were.
How are we gonna do
How
that?
did that happen?
There we go.
Here, we'll do
It's
this.
Kid Rock.
All right, and then just fade us out.
There is no
Wow.
fading.
Yeah.
There's no fade.
All right, just go right to the end.
Bye.
Have a good weekend, everybody. We'll see you next time.